What up? What up? What up? I'm back. I'm back.
Don't start, bro. Don't even start. Don't even
I'm
start.
back. I decided to make this week my special guest appearance.
They ain't
You
even
know,
in
I had a lot of them
combo.
been busy on Friday nights. I don't care if they ain't here or not. They can go, but they can always run it back and rewatch it. You feel me?
You
What
you, have,
up, y'all? What up, y'all?
you haven't been busy on Friday nights, bro.
Hey, bro, don't be putting out my business, bro.
Like
No, no,
just stop capping, bro.
they don't need to be knowing what I got going on, man.
Yo. Hey,
Go
y'all
ahead, Omar.
y'all favorite boy, he ain't here tonight. He ain't here tonight, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. Time to roll one or get them pre-rolled, whichever one you prefer. Not judging.
You think Omar would have them things ready?
Yeah, he roll one every time he get in here. See, if I was an old head, I'd just have mine in my ear for real. Just walk around,
Just ready to go at all times.
walk around with my shit in my ear for real. Type shit.
So we gotta wait. What? How long JJ wait? Like 10 minutes?
Bryce clipping them cow bitches on Sunday. Mm.
I mean, listen. It's very possible. We're struggling down here. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a rough season. We done had injury on top of injury on top of fuck up on top of fuck up.
So sound like a bunch of
It's been a long year. I'm ready for the season to be over. I'll be honest. All I know is one thing, right? There's four teams that have the possibility of being eliminated from playoff contention this weekend. Two of them are playing on Sunday, the Cowboys and the Panthers. So loser gets eliminated.
Did you
That's how
see
we
the
do it.
chat, Steven?
You said what?
Did you see the chat?
What do you say?
Is
Is
this
this a must win for McCarthy to keep his job? No, no, I don't think so. I think they already have a pretty good idea of what they want to do. With their coaches in the offseason. I think now I'll go ahead and say, like, personally, I like McCarthy as a coach. I don't really like him as a play caller, but I think as a head coach, he's brought a level of um, organization and discipline that the Cowboys had been lacking for a long time. I know you can look at the penalties and shit and argue about it, but I'm just talking about from like a personnel standpoint. I see a lot more accountability coming out of the Cowboys locker room than I had seen in years past, and I've seen it like slowly increase every year that he's been there. Plus, I don't know how many head coaches can actually thrive under the thumb of Jerry Jones, and I think Mike McCarthy has done about as well as you can expect a head coach to do. Um, so I love Mike, but I do think, unfortunately, we'll be moving on from him in the offseason. But I'm also speaking from a standpoint of I grew up with watching Wade Phillips and fucking Jason Garrett as the head coach of my football teams, both of which are much worse than Mike McCarthy.
Uh, yeah, I don't think Jonathan Mingo can score even if you get him the ball in the end zone.
I
Jonathan,
mean,
bet you if you
he
get
damn near did last year, and he turned it around. Do you remember that shit?
yeah, and put his ass out of bounds. That one.
Oh, that one too.
I was
Yeah.
about to say he wouldn't have scored on that play, but he's ass, bro.
No, I'm talking
I,
about
I
he was
bet you
right
he
there
I
on the
bet you he
2 yard
catches
line.
that pass last weekend. I
What?
bet you that.
Oh,
Nah, he
the
ain't
Xavier.
one
getting
that
open.
Excel
Yeah,
Excel
I mean,
dropped.
honestly, I kind of thought the same thing, bro. I kind of thought any other receiver would have caught that pass besides Xavier Legette. He,
Mingo ain't gonna beat Darius Slay 30 yards downfield.
I
yeah,
mean, I
I
don't
mean,
think I don't think it's that hard to beat Darius Slay. I think we might be giving him a little too much credit
Mingo
at
ain't
this
beating
stage in his
nobody
career.
30 yards down. You remember
no,
that
but
clip JJ got in camp where
yeah,
he just fucking he got beat so bad he gave up in the
yeah.
middle of his
Like.
route.
I don't think Mingo is beating Darius Slay downfield, but I would say if you put anybody else in that position to where they can get over top on Darius Slay, they're catching that. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like they're catching it. Is
So if
they
you
really?
start them 5 yards behind them, then
Yeah, he
they'll
just
be
can't
good.
catch, man. He can't catch, bro.
I will
But
say though, I am a huge Bryce Young fan. I do really like Bryce Young, as y'all know from tuning into the pod.
Hey, no,
I,
no
I, I
Bryce
love
hate
the way he
today.
plays. Yeah. JJ
JJ ain't
ain't
here.
here, so I'm gonna give y'all the other side, the real. I'm gonna give y'all the real, because JJ ain't here to just put up his Bryce hate and set down shop as the number one Bryce hater tonight. So we can show Nine some love tonight, y'all. It's a safe space.
That's an insane score prediction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all are gonna hate when I have to say what I feel about this game. If I'm being completely honest. But I guess we can say that for later. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining, being here on this Friday night. Appreciate you guys being here and tuning in every week. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if we actually win this game, if I'm being honest. And I think that that favorites is just a facade, just for Vegas to have somebody fuck their money off. Personally,
no, I don't think it's a facade. I'll be honest. I feel like what happened to Dallas last weekend really kind of took. If I'm being completely honest, I think that shit took the air out of like whatever we thought could have happened at the end of the season, and like maybe. I think when you lose a game in the fashion that you lost to the Bengals on Monday night, and then you also lose one of your most promising young players in DeMarvion Overshown for not only the remainder of this season, but probably next season as well. I think it's kind of hard to bounce back from something like that as a team. You know, he was like the one bright spot on this dark season, and then you lose that too. It's kind of I think the boy. I'm gonna be honest. I think the boys are ready to pack it up, except Rico. Rico gonna tote that bitch.
Yeah, shout out Rico, Asheville native. My dad used to watch him play.
He's from Asheville?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I honestly didn't know he was from Asheville. But do you know, like, the favorites, bro? The thing about the favorites, I was telling JJ this today. The reason we're not really favorites is because the home team gets 3 points. So we're just damn near even, basically.
Yeah, we're even. Yeah. I think we're going to win this shit just because our strengths are their weaknesses.
And what would that be?
Well, the defense is sorry as hell, for one. And then on offense, you guys can't run the ball, and that's our weakness. So weakness on weakness.
Well, and then if I could counter that, though, the last 3 weeks, the defense has been when we've gotten our players back, the defense has actually been pretty decent. And our run game has popped over 100 the last 3 weeks as well. Rico's been the number one rusher in the league the last 3 weeks.
I mean,
now that they finally decided to hand him the fucking ball and stop giving it to Zeke, whatever the fuck that weird ass shit was they did at the start of the season.
Yeah. How often, going back to Jonathan Mingo, how often does he play? Is he on every set? Is he out there every?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jonathan Mingo. In his time, I think I've seen him take a total of like 10 or 12 snaps. Like,
I mean, I could tell you he's got 10 targets and 2 catches.
Yeah. I was going to say, Buddy is really not – you never notice him out on the field. To be honest, what is he, 81? I think he might be number 81.
81 or 87, one of them.
Like, that's how little he plays. And, like, when he is out there, they don't even really look his way. So, and then this is where I'll critique Mike McCarthy a little bit because he has an issue with getting his players the ball, right? He has an issue with getting guys involved. So there's no reason that like Rico shouldn't have been getting the ball early in the season. There's no reason that we stop passing to CD at points in the game. There's no reason that Kevontae Turpin shouldn't be getting set up to get the ball in space and go kill somebody. Like there's a lot of weapons that the Cowboys do have that they just don't utilize because of poor play design.
When you say go kill somebody, you mean just like run past them?
Yeah. Run past him, yeah. Because, I mean, he's so hard to tackle in space.
Okay.
That's the only reason they signed him for punt return.
I mean, you saw him, yeah. I mean, you give him like an inch and he can go bang his head on the goalpost. But you got to set him up because what you can't do is send him, on them like deep crossers with the linebackers where he's getting his head taken off his shoulders because he's only 165 pounds. But they love doing that.
Yeah. And QJ, I think I did see that Clowney and Coker practice. I'm pretty sure Jadeveon Clowney was a full participant. Can't really remember. And I also think Coker practiced as well. What do you think about the Velus Jones signing?
Fuck Velus, dude.
I know you hate it, but I don't think it can hurt anything. Like,
yes, it can. That's the only reason I hate this shit. He's going to either fumble the bitch or fucking muff the shit. And I really, really hope we don't see him on punt return. I'd rather have David Moore back there who will catch the ball and just sit down.
Yeah, but that's not really the purpose of punt return.
Like, the purpose of punt return ain't to give the bitch up though either.
Bro, we seen like a minute and 30-second clip of Velus Jones. It was like 5 plays of him just fucking off the return, but it's not like it's something that is super consistent. So, and Raheem,
that's not true.
He don't really do it. What do you mean? You gave a
bro. One of my best friends is a Bears fan, and I used to hear this man complain all the fucking. I even gave him a signed Velus Jones jersey as a joke. Like, that's how bad he is.
If he complains about him that much, if that's the player that he has to pick to complain about, then that means that team was so dog shit that he just had to pick out one player to just, I guess, to just hammer on. Because there's no way that out of a whole team you're like, oh, let me complain about Velus Jones. Like, come on, bro.
Well, when he gives the ball up all the time, I mean, I kind of want to look into it because I haven't looked at the actual stats, but I know it ain't good.
Omar said Tompkins is the best punt returner.
I just think he's too small, bro. Like, literally, I just think he's just light in the ass. But
I mean, agree with Omar. I think I got him for running back though. The way Dave Canales was sounding, because he mentioned running back before he mentioned returner.
Yeah,
in the first conference.
Yeah, because I did see like he's listed as a receiver, a running back, and a returner. But I don't know if they thought Raheem Blackshear wouldn't play, but I think I've seen that he practiced as well. So
I don't think he's going to be in this week, just based off how he was talking today.
Oh well, and if Raheem Blackshear didn't play or is not going to play, then I guess it's not bad. I mean, we got Velus Jones for something, so I hate to say it. I don't think he's going to be as terrible as y'all make it out to be, or you make it out to be.
Dylan. Well, hell, he's only got 4 games. If he fucks up that bad in 4 games, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's still got Boone. That is true. You still do have, what is his name, Mike Boone?
Mike Boone.
Which I think that he ran the ball well in the preseason. So I really don't understand why. Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't just move him up.
Nah, we need Dylan Johnson, bro. He went crazy in preseason.
Who the hell is Dylan? Oh, boy. I thought I had to think what your last name was at first.
No, not me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might average like -1 yard a carry on that bitch.
And I also do. I think Bryce will have a solid game, bro, because I don't know. Like, if we contain Micah, which you can't really, I guess you can't really.
That's a tall task.
But Dallas corners, I would say that Cincinnati receivers, and I don't think that we have the type of receiver Cincinnati has, like especially not a Jamar Chase. But watching that game, they made their corners look pretty pedestrian. Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, both of them, just look pedestrian as fuck. And Jordan Lewis. Because I seen him out there on a couple plays looking lost, like a lost puppy.
I mean, you say they, but it was really just one. It was really Jamar. Jamar cooked whoever they put on him. Jamar was cooking them. So it wasn't. I mean, T. Higgins had 2 for 23, and what's his name? Oh boy, Isova or whatever the fuck his name is, fumbled that bitch as soon as he caught it. So nobody was really cooking. I mean, Jamar was cooking. He almost had like 200 yards.
Yeah,
he's the best.
But y'all don't have a Jamar Chase. But fortunately,
we got to Adam Thielen though.
Well, unfortunately, but fortunately for y'all, unfortunately for us, Trayvon Diggs and Jordan Lewis are both questionable for Sunday's game. Neither of them practiced today. So if we're gonna go, I guess we can kind of jump into who's in and who's out real quick. I know for Dallas, Cooper Beebe, the starting center, he'll be out for Sunday's game. Brock Hoffman is going to be stepping in for him, which I like Brock Hoffman. I think our offensive line is actually pretty solid. You know, both levels, first starters and second string. Trayvon Diggs and Jordan Lewis will probably be out, so that means Deron Bland will be the only guy, and then whoever the fuck else, which will most likely be Oruwariye, the same Oruwariye that fumbled the game away on Monday night. He's horrible. He's dog shit. I mean, our cornerbacks are so thin at this point in the season. I mean, it's really wicked. That I'm very scared for that secondary, and if we don't get any pressure up front, Bryce is gonna carve him.
Dylan,
Carve
can
him.
you share the injury report?
Yeah, let me pull up Mike K. Mike K had it. I know
That
Trevor Wallace is out.
Eric Kendrick's also questionable.
You can just go to
So
injury report on the website, just Carolina
Oh yeah,
Panthers,
that'll work.
and it'll show for both teams.
I haven't seen anywhere about DeMarcus Lawrence coming back this week. So he was supposed to come back last week, but all of a sudden, right before the game started, he wasn't playing, and then they haven't said anything about him practicing this week either. So
All right, Nick Scott
it'll be
questionable.
interesting.
Oh yeah, Jamie Robinson got cut. And they
I
brought up.
mean, he's dog shit. So
Yeah, he ain't been doing anything.
and it's crazy because I know we just moved off an injury report, but we'll go back to it. But it's just crazy because me and JJ got in damn near a crazy ass argument back in probably like 2 or 3 years ago when we drafted Jamie Robinson.
2023.
Yeah, because he tried to tell me that Jamie Robinson was drafted to be Jeremy Chin's replacement. And that shit just sent me over the fucking edge. I'm not
He
gonna
didn't
lie.
even last a year and a half in this speech.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Robinson is just so sorry, bro. He can never be anybody's replacement on the Carolina Panthers. And
I mean, I thought he was going to be good too, but
I didn't. You could just turn on the film and just see that he really had no knack for like the ball. Like he really had no ball skills. It was really just him coming downhill and hitting. And then when I see that that's your best attribute, and then you get in a preseason game, our first preseason game, and I just see you whiff on multiple tackles, it's just nothing that you can tell me after that.
yeah, I won't forget that time where he just gave up on a tackle. The guy ran right through the middle. For some reason, he was in the box, and he just let him walk in the end zone.
He's sorry as hell. That's why. He's sorry.
Well, Nick Scott's questionable. Clowney questionable. Josie Jewell questionable. J.C. Horn, Blackshear, all questionable. Trevin Wallace is out.
Let me see. And are you able to share it to the screen?
No, maybe.
Yeah, you can.
I looked it up on my phone. You don't believe me?
No, I'm just saying I know you can share it to the screen and present, but
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Jamie's absolutely not an NFL safety. And he wasn't even good as a gunner.
Yeah, I know there's a way you can share it to the screen, but if you can't,
it's dark times in Dallas, bloody. I ain't gonna lie. It's some dark times in Dallas right now. This has probably been one of the worst seasons I've ever seen when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I mean, but most of the people that like Deron Bland, he was a full participant. His shit's just unspecified. So it only really looks like DeMarvin Overshawn is out. Cooper BB, I think you said all of that. Trayvon Diggs, I guess he might be out. He logged a DNP on Friday.
So I think I'm sharing my screen. I don't know.
Yeah, you are.
Just can't see shit.
Oh shit. Fuck. Now I'm printing shit.
Jadeveon Clowney was a full participant Friday, so he's probably going to be good. Trevin Wallace, I'm not even that big of a fan of Trevin Wallace right now, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to give him time.
You got to give him time. Ain't linebackers like the quarterback of the defense?
Yeah, but I don't know if Trevin Wallace. He's not ready to play that role right now. That's more of a Josie Jewell.
That's why you got to give him time, like you said.
It said zoom. You got to zoom in a little bit on your browser.
Damn, we need JJ back bad.
All right, good.
Are we good now?
Too busy coaching. Can y'all see that a little bit better?
Might have to go in a little bit more.
Y'all might just need glasses.
I think I can see that pretty well.
Oh, I have my shit not in full screen.
Oh yeah, Terrence got glasses on.
Yeah,
He
I can
still
see
can't
that
see
well.
this shit.
He got damn sunglasses on.
All right, you can keep. So I'm assuming Jadeveon Clowney is gonna play. Joshua Jewell is gonna play. JC, I don't know. Um,
I think Blackshear's gonna be out.
yeah, he might be out. And then Tavian, you got all the injuries for Dallas. I
I
mean,
can pull him
hey,
up too.
Can you pop over real quick? Yeah.
who was Trevor Wallace backup?
Claridus or Charles? I forgot his name.
Chairless.
He looked decent in preseason.
I mean, our linebacker core.
Yeah.
Well, he's played a few throughout the regular season. He hasn't looked terrible.
I can't think of nothing memorable.
Yeah, because there's not anything there.
Nice.
Literally, there's not anything there, bro.
Yeah, but that could be good because I remember Trevor Wallace missing a bunch of tackles. So
Yeah, with Diggs could be precautionary, just because we are so thin in the secondary. They may have just pulled him from practice today, especially if Jordan Lewis is dealing with a hammy. Although Diggs is, still coming off that ACL. We got Eric Kendricks. Eric Kendricks pops up on the injury report damn near every week.
Well, he's a little older.
Wanye Thomas. Yeah. Wanye Thomas is definitely out.
I feel like Cooper Beebe's a pretty big hit for you guys.
It is. Yeah, Cooper Beebe's been very, very solid this year as center, but his replacement Brock Hoffman is also pretty good too. So I'm not really you slide Brock Hoffman in at center and then kick TJ Bass to guard. Honestly, our offensive line with all the injuries we've had has actually held up very nice. That's why I said our starters and our second string offensive line is pretty solid.
Well, if JC Horn is out, what
go down a little bit, Dylan?
That's
yeah.
If JC Horn is out, I wonder what that's gonna mean for CD if he got a matchup against Mike.
I mean, he probably would have been matched up against Mike anyway because JC ain't hardly ever on the one. I feel like.
Well, CD's been dealing with his shoulder injury all season too. He ain't looked right particularly.
Well, he better hope he don't see X.
Yeah,
X who? X who? I know it's not the X the one that we let go.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is revenge game, honestly.
Well, we played him last year too, I think. I mean,
and he did absolutely nothing.
Matter of fact, that would be something fun to look at, the stats from last year.
I think they beat us. Did y'all beat us bad last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bryce got sacked like 10 times.
Yeah, that was the game where JJ was about in the stands crying. He was so hot, bro. Because there were so many Cowboys fans there talking shit to him, and he couldn't do nothing but sit there with his head down and be quiet.
33-10. My God. Yeah, that shit just simply won't happen again this year.
No.
I mean, this is a completely different. This is a completely different team than the one that played last season.
You should go to the game Sunday.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, I'm gonna tell you like I told JJ. Even with the free ticket, they're not even worth the price of gas to get to Charlotte.
That's crazy.
Like, I mean, it's nasty,
bro.
You don't want to go watch Cooper Rush put up 170 yards?
I would much rather watch Cooper Rush from the comfort of my own couch.
Here's the box score from last year.
Yeah, I'm not
123 yards is fucking nasty.
Oh my God, Dak 2 tutties.
Damn,
Cooper Rush played last year. Oh, true.
Damn, Bryce got sacked 7 times for fucking 46 yards.
Okay, he had 123. That's all right. That's all right there.
I guarantee you he'll have at least 200 this week.
Yeah, he's going.
Nah, he definitely will.
If you want to put money on that.
Why would I do that? Why would I put money on? I like Bryce. I'm not gonna bet the under.
Look, CD only had 38 last time he came here.
Oh, he gonna be
Brandon Cooks was killing him.
Well, 42 yards. But
What the fuck is that? I don't even understand how y'all must have had a couple pick sixes or something.
oh, they had one. They had a pick for sure. I don't
Yeah, oh
know
no,
if
we
it was
definitely had a pick
six.
six. I think that's when Daron Bland tied the record.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it was. I remember.
Because I was about to
Mhm.
say, ain't no damn way based off them stats y'all beat us like that.
Yeah, here it is.
Nah, I mean it was one of them games that was kind of like just ugly, but the score got out of hand. But it wasn't like, I mean, being there, like, and I was, to be fair though, I was pretty faded. Like I was very hungover, barely made it to the game. But I remember being there and just not really being super inspired by what I saw from Dallas.
I mean, we
Considering
were like neck and neck
how
in the
bad the Panthers were. Yeah.
the
I mean,
first
yeah,
half. We was neck and neck.
yeah, we were dog shit.
Oh wait, I say that I can see it up here. It was 30-17. Never mind. What am I thinking of?
Oh, so it
Yeah,
wasn't.
see, it was 17-10 going into the fourth. Yeah, it wasn't really like, it was very uninspiring performance from Dallas for sure. And
Oh,
then the
so,
fourth quarter just kind of we just out talented the Panthers last season, which we're not going to have the ability to do. And I do think the Panthers probably have the advantage at coaching this time around. Because that was again with what was that replacement coach y'all had? The special teams coach that stepped in last season.
Damn,
dang,
Tabor.
yeah, something.
Was it Tabor? Yeah, I think Tabor was the coach at that point.
What the hell's he doing?
Shit, I have no idea. Tavian, you talking like we're gonna beat y'all? You think we're gonna smack y'all?
I mean, I definitely think that's in the cards. I'm not gonna like, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I do not think Dallas is a very good football team, and I think that we have a lot of injuries. Like, and I don't think we have a coach that really gives us an advantage schematically. Um, we definitely don't have the advantage at quarterback. I mean, it's hard to look at this matchup and figure out like where does Dallas have the advantage? Maybe we have the advantage at wide receiver because CD's better than any Panthers wide receiver, but we have the advantage at edge because Mike is better than any Panthers edge. But then that's kind of where it stops because
Yeah, but
Josie Jewell's been playing.
you can't compare edge to edge. You got to compare edge to tackle. That's what you should be doing.
Or
And
I mean, even if we're comparing edge to tackle, then we still have the advantage because
yeah, on
I,
Icky's
I
side.
mean,
So.
no, yeah.
Or I was just gonna say, I mean, I feel like our defensive line, or specifically our edge rushers, over the past couple of weeks have been getting home a lot. So
Yeah, we've got the most sacks in the last 3 weeks, I think.
yeah, so I don't even know. Even though Micah is better than any edge rusher we have, I don't even know if I would necessarily could give y'all that advantage going into the week.
So I mean, that just further solidifies my point. Like, you look at this matchup and it's like, where does Dallas have the advantage?
man,
I don't see it. I'm just not seeing it, and it's just not a very good team.
The only thing I can
DJ,
think of is Rico.
DJ Wanham is nice. I mean, I wouldn't even say Rico's better than Chuba. Chuba's had a
No, I'm
better
not talking
season than
about them
Rico.
two. Yeah, Chuba's better than Rico, but
Oh, you mean
Chuba
like
against
Rico
our
going against
defense? Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
DJ has been cooking. I wonder. I low key wonder what we would do with him after next year. Like, will we lock him up? Because he's
DJ
only
Wanham?
You should.
him and Jadeveon Clowney is only on. They only are here for another year.
I mean, it can't be a
Yeah,
coincidence that our defense stepped up once he got back. Like
yeah.
right when he
DJ
got
Wanham
back.
has to get locked up. You have to.
The crazy thing,
He's absolutely changed life.
another thing I was getting slander for last year when I was like, DJ Wanham, he had 8.5 sacks. Brian Burns had 8.5 sacks. Like, if we're just swapping out 8.5 sacks with a lower amount of money, I mean, I got fucking slander for that for whatever reason, but
It was a good take then. It's still a good take. Because I think I was right there. I was right there in agreement with you.
I'll pull up PFF.
Yeah, DJ Wanham has been a godsend, honestly, for this defense. I could just want to imagine, like, if everybody stayed healthy, if there was no fucking injuries to Shaq, to Derrick Brown, like, what we would look
This
like.
team would be fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
100%. This team would be fighting for first place in the division. They would be fighting for a playoff spot because they've lost what 3 games. The last four games that they've played, right, have been like one score games. Came down to the wire. You add another star player like a Derrick Brown or a Shaq. Well, Shaq's not really a solid player like a Shaq Thompson. A
yeah, but
star player
he
like
would
Derrick
solidify
Brown.
the defense, so you don't have to
Sure.
play a Trevin Wallace. It's not
Yeah,
like
Shaq would help with the run defense a lot. He can actually tackle.
yeah. So
It's just been so long since he's been healthy. I'm kind of having some trouble.
well, hey,
Remembering what it's like having Shaq Thompson on the field.
like you said, like you told JJ about Romo, go look at them highlights after the live. Go do your research.
Honestly, DB too. I forgot what that looked like. He's been gone all year, and the game he was
I
here, he
would
didn't do.
the combo of Ashawn and DB next season is going to go federal. That is going to be so nice because Ashawn has played like a stud.
Yeah, buddy. The only thing I would say, I would say Tampa Bay will probably still be like in that conversation, but we would damn sure be close for sure. Like you said, or at least tied for it. At least we'll have like these last couple of games will be games that we have something to play for sure. Because right now,
But
I mean, I don't even know. And this is a question I wanted to ask y'all as well. Do you feel like at this point it's good to see competitive football, obviously, but and this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like fans are on two different sides of the spectrum. Would you rather see us like actually winning these games or kind of losing them to fight for better draft position?
I mean, I'd rather win.
I would rather lose for draft position because like
I mean,
winning is cool for your pride and your ego and all, but like at the end of the day, we want the ability to draft the best player possible, and you do that by losing games.
But winning brings confidence to your team. It especially brings confidence to a quarterback like Bryce Young.
That is true.
So, and I just don't know. Like, I think that losing these close games, like being in one score games and being competitive, has still built the team morale a little bit. But just imagine where they would be if you just fucking won. Like, won the last 3 games that was like one score losses. Like, you slip down lower in the draft, but I don't think at that point, like,
See, Omar, I would argue, Omar, I would almost tell you can actually tank better in the NFL because unlike the NBA, there's no draft lottery. So if you're dog shit, you're getting that number one pick. Versus the Hornets, for example, who have been dog shit for a decade, still have yet to get a number one pick.
Yeah, I don't get that.
what did he say? You can't tank in the NFL like the NBA or MLB just due to like a game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like winning I don't know. I see both sides of the spectrum, but just being who I am, I just want to fucking win. Like it just it gets to become too much when you have to stomach through these kind of losses week in and week out. It starts to become a little too much.
I mean, I will say though, I think the Panthers are due for a win though. I mean, they've been so competitive the last couple weeks, and it's been slowly like each week they've grabbed a different piece and they've put it to the puzzle. They've been slowly piecing it together and piecing it together. And you know what? Guess who's coming to town just in time? The get right Dallas Cowboys. If you're ever feeling ill, just take a little shot of the star. You'll be A-OK back right the next day. So this might just be what the doctor ordered. This will be Bryce's get right game. Matter of fact, 350. Bryce is going for 350.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that.
I'll put it out there. I'm telling you, Bryce is going for 350. It's gonna be. This is the birth of Tony Romo Jr. playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Y'all's run defense isn't good enough for us to go for 350.
I mean, quiet. quiet as kept, the last 4 weeks, Mozzie Smith has been piecing it together, and he's actually been very solid in the middle. Very so. I'm actually very excited about the growth and development we've seen from Mozzie Smith over the last couple of weeks. I think Mike Zimmer's finally gotten to him, and he started to change up his play style. He's no longer slow off the blocks, and he's finally using that strength that he was drafted with to shove people. Because I even saw a run play last week that broke for some positive yards, but I watched Mozzie Smith just throw the center out the way,
Yeah.
and then the linebackers couldn't come and clean it up. But yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there.
And I agree with you, Omar, because I think two things can be true. I mean, I think that winning could not be like, in your mind, it cannot be a good thing for us, but you could still want us to win. So I think two things can be true because, like, that's the way I feel. Like, I want us to win every Sunday, but obviously I know that winning ball games puts us in a bad draft position. But at the end of the day, like, I still will want us to win. And then
I feel like we've been getting the best of both worlds the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've been in like every game, like down to the wire, and then we lose and get a better draft pick while having like high hopes still. I mean,
yeah. And I also think, if you trust your front office and your coaching staff, that regardless of what, I'm not going to say regardless, but because draft position matters, obviously, but if you trust your front office and coaching staff, then you should be able to trust them to go make a good pick in the draft based on what draft pick you get. Like they should be able to evaluate talent good enough that you don't have to have a fucking top 5 pick to get a good or great player in the draft because it happens.
Right.
How do y'all? Because I know we haven't recorded since that report came out. How do you feel about David Tepper allegedly taking a step back?
I think it's a funny coincidence, like that guy brought up on Twitter about that CEO getting clapped. And then Dave was like, all right. I think it's time to go.
I think it's a great idea. It's something that he should have done a long time ago, because if he would have done it a long time ago, then we might not be in the position that we're in now, honestly. But at the same time, knowing Dave Tepper, or not really knowing him, but knowing of Dave Tepper, it's like I don't really know how true it is, like, because imagine Jerry Jones saying, "Oh, I'm taking a step back. I'm letting Mike McCarthy and the other guys, handle, the team, and then what direction we're going to go in." Like, that would be good to hear him say, but would you actually fully believe that that's true?
Never in a million years would I believe Jerry Jones is not involved in any decision with the Dallas Cowboys. Never in a million fucking years. That's the problem with this.
Jerry Jones, he ain't a new owner like Dave.
I was gonna say, but yeah, comparing Dave and Jerry is a little different though, because you have.
It is, but not really, because what other owner in the league would you compare Dave Tepper to based on how he acts?
Daniel Snyder. Well, he's no longer there.
Don't try to like. It's like
hey, okay. I'm just saying. He gives me Daniel Snyder vibes. He's kind of a dick. Like, Dave Tepper's an asshole. We've seen this on numerous occasions.
But Dave Tepper, like the point I was making, that him and Jerry Jones are like one of the only owners that's like always constantly in the media or trying to be in the media. So
fair, yeah.
So
when we had that first round pick, Dave was everywhere.
Yeah, like calm down, bro. Like bag back, bro. Like,
even Omar agrees. Def gives Dan Snyder vibes. Thank you. I always get slandered for my takes on this podcast, even though they're always genuinely unbiased because I don't have attachment.
What takes?
Like my Romo take, like my Snyder take.
I didn't slander you for it. I just sat back and laughed. I had nothing.
That's the same thing. I wasn't making fun of you. I was just laughing at you.
I was just laughing. I didn't think the take was that dumb, but I was just like,
When I first heard it, I was like, man, what the hell? I went and looked at it. I'm like, damn, you know what? He might have a point. And it took me like
Bro,
30
with
minutes to
that
put that
last, it
together.
was really that last drive that Bryce went on that really solidified it in my head. I was like, bro, I've seen this before. I was like, I have seen this before.
But I also wasn't a part of the train that Tony Romo was asked. Like that was JJ standing alone by himself. So I mean,
they was on.
But you know what's crazy about that? Because we had another segment earlier in the season where I named out some elite quarterbacks that we grew up watching, a la Phillip Rivers, well, I don't know why I started with Phillip Rivers, but like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, and then I threw Phillip Rivers in, Eli, and I threw Romo. I threw Romo in there too, and then he was like Peyton, and then he was like, "Nah, Romo's a good quarterback." He said Romo's a good quarterback when I made that take, but when I compared him to Bryce, all of a sudden he became ass.
You might just like disagreeing. Because every argument on this podcast is y'all two against him.
Bro, it's because his takes just be so fucking outlandish, bro. Like, he just says some of the craziest shit.
And I just be so happy when they come back to just prove that he was just talking.
You remember he was like, that's why I love doing the podcast, to put the shit on wax. And then I went and pulled the bitch up. Like, come on.
And bro. Then just be wrong as fuck. So yeah, go ahead and put it on wax. Go ahead and put it on wax. And it's crazy because he's the main one to say, go pull the clip, go pull the tape. Like, bro, he actually pulled the tape. That shit would just make you look even worse.
Like the Deontay Johnson shit, talking about $100 million a year. He was like, no, technically $98 million or some shit. Like, come on, bro.
Semantics,
bro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Omar. That once you put the tape side by side, it becomes very obvious. Like, yeah, Romo's just clearly a little bit slower than Bryce, because Bryce is kind of quick. Bryce does have some speed to him.
I didn't watch a bunch of Tony Romo, but to me, it just looks like he's way too indecisive and held on the ball way too, like almost like Caleb Williams holds on
Bryce
the ball way too. No, Romo. Like Bryce, he'll throw that bitch and he'll get out. But
Bryce was kind of the same way last year, though. So
yeah, and he also got sacked like 68 times.
Yeah, it was a fucking embarrassing number.
I mean, yeah, but that was the same thing with Romo early in his career. The offensive line was horrid. He didn't get a good offensive line until they established that Tyron Smith, Leo Collins, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and then Doug Free was the right tackle. That was when Romo started taking off and putting up the crazy numbers because he wasn't running for his fucking life every other play.
And I almost want to say Caleb Williams plays like Romo too.
I have nothing to say about Caleb Williams. It's and it's just funny how everybody says we just got so fleeced in the trade, and then just to have to look down the road at Caleb Williams. And I know their offensive line is ass, but he has all that talent around him, and it just
he's in a way better situation than Bryce.
Yeah, way better situation. So that's just funny to me because I swear to God, for like the first, even up until the season started, that's all you would hear. Panthers got fleeced. The Bears hit the biggest trade in fucking history. And then
exactly. Yeah. No, exactly, Omar. The game, you can see it. You can see it in Bryce's play. The game is clicking. Everything is starting to click for him. The game is slowing down. It's becoming more fluid. You see him making those reads. You see him manipulating the pocket. You see him not being so sporadic on his throws. Like even his throws on the run. Last season, he was dirting them or throwing them over people's head. This season, he's throwing it over the defender's head right into his receiver's face mask or their hands, and they just can't fucking catch Xavier. But, you know.
I mean, to get back to the Bears, excuse my French, but fuck them. Like, I hate Bears fans, bro. Or Twitter. I hate Bears Twitter. The way they was talking all summer, bro. And then we fucking lost to them, bro. Like, if we had to play them now, if we played them later in the season, it'd be a whole different thing. They're lucky we didn't play them later.
Yeah. They're dog shit, bro. They're so dog shit.
I think the Panthers have definitely found some success in their play action game. But they had to establish that run first. You establish that run, you open everything else up.
Okay.
Football, simple game. Football is a
That's what.
simple game, fellas. It starts and
Whenever
ends in
Dave
the trenches.
Canales all summer he was like, "We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball." In the back of my head, I'm like, "Is he just setting this shit up for other coaches to look at it and be like, okay, we got to play the run?" Meanwhile, he's wanting to pass the bitch off the play
I
action.
think he's been relatively true to that sentiment though. Like, because you even remember like early on, like right before Bryce got benched, we look at Canales' sequence of play calls, and we were like, no, he's making really good like in theory, these were all really good play calls in consecutive order. Had you been able to execute on the field,
Yeah.
you set them up here, you set them up here, and then boom, you got somebody wide open. But at first, Bryce was just missing them. He wasn't making the throws. It just everything was off. Everything looked a little bit off. You sat him down. You let
Until
Andy
Rod
come in.
Wave,
Andy comes in with the same play calls. You see the play calling evolve. You see them actually being able to hit stuff, and you see Canales is like actually a hell of a play caller. And then Andy starts fucking up a little bit, gets rear-ended, throw Bryce right back
uh,
into throw Bryce right back into the mix, and
hey,
then
shout out
boom,
Elon
everything
too for
boom,
making a
boom,
nice
boom.
car. Like that was like the perfect car to have if you want to fuck up somebody and not hurt them. Is a little Tesla. He got the family in him, but they said fuck him. They ran right into his ass. Thank whoever did that, bro. They need a check.
Wow.
I think they need a check.
That's crazy.
It honestly is just crazy how Bryce's game has changed around so much just in the span of sitting for like 3 or 4 games.
And it's all in his fucking. It was all in his head, dude.
Yeah.
That's why
He
I
just
don't.
had to
How do you
talk to
get
Rod.
around
He had
that
to
shit
talk
in a
to Rod.
coach? Yeah, he just had to talk to Raw Wave.
Well, because the
Let go
thing
of his
is,
little bitch.
they say that a backup quarterback is damn near the best position to have in the NFL. I mean, you don't have to fucking take all of the pressure when the team is falling down. Like you're literally just back there chilling until he gets clipped. And so, and it's still a learning situation. But yeah, it's just crazy that everything mentally turned around. I guess that Vegas game, he's seen that fucking Andy can do it. If this old
Yeah,
guy can do it, then why can't I do it? And
Andy gave me one of the best days of my life.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was crazy. And also, me and JJ decided today, and this is for everybody, that we're either going to San Francisco next year for the game or Arizona.
I see. I sent the opponents, and I didn't even think y'all looked at it. Um, Arizona might be the move, bro. I don't know if I want to go to San Fran. Like
I need Rod Wave to talk to XL about his drops. Yeah, 100.
exactly,
He
he
shouldn't
should have
have
went to that
canceled that damn
concert.
concert. He
Yeah,
should have went back. He should have said, "Hey, take me backstage. Don't cancel the suite.
yeah.
Take me
I,
backstage.
I need a backstage
I
pass,
need to talk to
actually.
him."
But Arizona, I don't know, man. I mean, San Fran, it just sounds like it sounds too fruity for me. I think.
Bro, I was watching a podcast and there was some girls from Arizona that had like went partying downtown and they said it was lit. Like
Well,
I think Arizona would be dope, bro.
I want to
And
go to Germany.
I don't know if we're playing in Germany next year, but if we are playing in Germany next year, I'm gonna be there. For sure I'm gonna be there.
What else is there? Score predictions,
Yeah.
stat predictions.
I don't know where Tavian just went. Somebody in the chat said 42-17. I just don't see.
Yeah, I seen that early. I don't remember who it was, but
Was it Omar?
nah, it wasn't Omar. It was
QJ.
yeah. Okay, that sounds right. QJ. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think it's more likely that'll happen than Dallas score 47.
Yeah.
But
I think I don't know what
Sorry, fellas. Your boy's been drinking a lot of water recently. Got back in the gym.
what's your score prediction?
Oh fuck. Excuse my French. I'm gonna go 17-24 Carolina.
Carolina.
17-24 Carolina.
Because Cooper Rush is not busting over. I mean, Cooper Rush's max is like 24.
Oh, God almighty. Dallas's red zone is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
been a nightmare. It's
they're
been a nightmare.
31st in offense and 32nd in defense
It's
in
been a
red zone
nightmare.
percentage. Oh my
Uh,
god.
It's
31-24 Dallas.
where's QJ?
31-24
QJ
Dallas.
just be talking out his ass.
31-24 Dallas.
I'll put money up.
Where are we getting 31 from?
They
You
ain't
got a
getting
defensive
31.
takeaway in there.
31-24 Dallas. Why is everybody questioning my fucking score prediction?
Because it's
31-20.
outrageous.
I mean, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, like literally 31-24 Dallas. It's very simple.
Now you sound like JJ.
This the toilet bowl.
Nah, relax.
Sunday is the toilet bowl.
It's gonna be an entertaining game.
But the games where you think the score is gonna be very low,
That's where they pop off in the shootout.
Yeah,
Yes.
like just how we thought that Thursday night San Francisco and the Rams was gonna be a shootout, and that was damn near the worst game I ever watched.
No.
Honestly.
I thought it was gonna be under 40, but damn, not under fucking 20 or whatever the fuck. Damn,
Oh,
under 20.
I'm like, I genuinely think like Dallas is packing it up, bro. I think it's a wrap. I think they're
I
done.
thought you guys were all in.
Oh, we are all in on the tank. Well, actually, we're not even all in on the tank because we can't even do that right.
What's your score prediction, Dylan?
I'm thinking we get 3 touchdowns, maybe 2 field goals. What's the math on that?
27-20 Dallas. This is crazy. Where y'all at, man? Don't side with us, man. Rep your set. Pick your team. Y'all are favorited for the first time in 2 years. Years. Let's go. Run that score prediction up.
That's
So
why
y'all
it is
go ahead.
a fluke, bro.
Y'all average 21 points a game, 2 touchdowns a game, 14 points. So 2 field goals a game. I kind of want to go 27-20 Carolina.
That's not a bad prediction. That's what Bloody said too. Well, he said Dallas. So. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all's red zone ain't good enough.
I just think, bro, I just think Bryce is a little bit better than 20 points on our defense. I don't think our defense is really. I think Mike Zimmer is an interesting defensive coordinator. I do like some of the stuff that he does, but I think he's also had a revolving door of players all season. And it's very hard to keep continuity.
There's no defensive coordinator that would scare me after Fangio and Spaz. After what Bryce and Canales did to them two.
Yeah, it's exactly why I think the Panthers are gonna. That's why I think the Panthers are gonna take it.
Did I say Spaz? Spagnola, whatever his name is, the 40 or the.
You should go to the game, Tavian.
Yeah, why would you not go?
If I didn't have a wedding to go to.
Because I plan on getting very faded on Saturday night, and I'm not waking up to drive to Charlotte.
Hey, how many yards is Bryce going for?
I say 230. 233.
Okay. I was thinking 220.
To be very specific. 233, 2 touchdowns, maybe a pick.
I could see that too. I'm going 1 touchdown.
350, 3 touchdowns. Bryce is about to have a field day.
All right, be realistic.
He might mess around and win NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Shit, that sounds pretty good to me.
Very possible. This is the. I want y'all to welcome. You heard it here first at 8:54 Eastern Time on For Panthers Fans Only live stream. Bryce Young's coming out game this weekend against Dallas. Be there, tuned in. What time is the game? 1 p.m.
Yep.
It's a 1 o'clock game. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there, tuned in. Bryce Young is about to put on a fucking show and announce to the league that he has arrived.
What's Rico going for?
For the sake of my fantasy team, I need at least 80 and a tutty.
I mean, yeah, that's hell. If you bet on him, that might only give you plus 110 or some shit.
Yeah, I got Rico going for about 80 and a tutty.
Okay. I'm thinking like 110 and a touchdown.
120? No, bro. No, that nigga ain't Saquon.
Thinking 110. Yeah, but
And Saquon didn't really get all of those yards until damn near the end of the game.
I'll
So,
jump or
yeah,
play
our
on Kellen
defense
Moore's
has gotten a
part.
bit better. But I don't think Cooper Rush is throwing for 200.
No. Cooper Rush is throwing for us.
bad, buddy, but I don't know if it's bad. Like Rico Dowdle, fucking career day bad.
That's an
What?
average day, dude. The past 3 games, he's averaged like 110. And
Yeah,
that's not even receiving yards either.
I don't think he's getting 120 on the
That
ground.
shit pisses me off so bad, bro. Like y'all don't know how frustrating that is, bro. Because I've asked Terrence, bro. I've been screaming Rico needs to get the ball all season from the jump, from the night that we drafted our fantasy teams. I was like, yeah, Rico's the number one.
I don't remember that.
I took Rico.
Of course, I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I've been screaming Rico needs to touch it. That shit infuriated me the start of the year when they tried to do it.
You like Zeke back then.
Yeah, okay. I want to drag Zeke out of Dallas on dollar bills back.
Wait, if XL drops some more fucking passes, you can put him on dollar bill back right with him. Because now he got us damn near thinking we got to go receiver in the draft. And I mean earlier than what we originally thought.
You know, if we stay at 4, we might get Travis.
It ain't that bad. We'll give y'all Mingo back for a 5th. We'll take that
hit. We ain't taking that hit.
We'll take the hit for 1 round.
Yeah, we already lost him for fucking a 2nd round pick, 39th overall or something.
I don't want Mingo nowhere near this organization.
Y'all remember that video where Steve Smith handed him the torch?
I don't, but that's just a jackass of a video.
This is when he got drafted. I bet it's not on there anymore. It was a video of like them grilling, like cooking steaks or some shit, and they passed the torch over to Mingo.
Oh God,
I don't remember that.
It's probably good you don't.
But we got anything else?
Oh, since I got some stuff. What do you have, Tavy?
I was just gonna say, Bloody. That would see. I like where your head's at, Bloody. That what you said makes sense, and that's exactly why Dallas won't do it, because it makes too much sense. They're gonna do the opposite of that. And for those of y'all that can't see the chat, he said, "I think they'll get ahead early, and then they'll run the ball for the rest of the game." That makes perfect sense, and it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they took the video down. No, wait, here it is. They didn't take it down. Oh, but since you're our special guest this week, Tavian, so I got some trivia questions for you.
Okay, true. Here y'all go. Y'all see? Oh, can we see that? Mingo revenge game.
Oh, that's a good. Okay.
Put your phone down for these trivia questions too, bro.
Yeah, we can't have you cheating. It's only 5 questions.
Calm down. All right, let's get it. Let's see what I got.
What year were the Dallas Cowboys established?
It was 1960. I want to say 1961.
Wrong.
1960.
What year? You were close.
1960.
Do we get answer choices or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I should have gave him some for that one, but these other ones I just wouldn't know what to say. Who has the most receiving yards in Cowboy history?
This should be easy.
It is. I mean, it's either Michael Irvin or Dez. I'm gonna go with Michael Irvin.
Correct, Michael Irvin with like 14,000 or something. A shit ton.
Because his career was longer than Dez's.
Yeah, he's got 11,000, 11.9. Dez is 7.4. Question 3. What is Jerry Jones' real name? Just his real first name.
Isn't it like? I want to say it's like Gerald. I want to say it's like Gerald. I've heard it's like something Wayne Jones, like something Wayne Jones. Gerald Wayne Jones.
You're close. It's Gerald without a D.
Yeah,
Gerald Wayne
Jones
yeah. Senior or something like that. What street is the stadium on? What's the street name?
Yeah,
or the road name?
Yeah, I don't know. Frisco. Right. Nah, I don't know.
AT&T Way.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right, and for the final question to round this off, how many yards is Mingo going for this weekend?
150. 150.
I got
okay. Just so y'all know,
less than 15.
I know a little bit of something about my boys, man. I know a little something.
Bro, how many questions did you get right?
He got Michael Irvin right.
Bro, I got like 75% of each question right.
You don't know shit about that. You got one question right.
Bro, I said bro, they were established in 1960. I said 1961.
That's pretty close.
Did you get it right?
My bad. Jerry Wayne. I said Gerald with a D because that's how I thought. That's how I heard it pronounced. Gerald Wayne Jr.
Jones, I mean, ain't nobody's name Gerald. That's a dumbass name. I gotta see what his father looked like, just to see who came up with that shit.
Don't look too far back. You might see him standing out front of that school.
I can't find him, dude. Hell, Jerry Jones is old as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was there with the Little Rock. What was it? 15-5. Little Rock 5. 15.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was standing out in that crowd protesting.
He wanted better football players. He looked like a fucking Halloween prop, dude. That's how old he is. Oh my god. What? 1942. Anyway, is there anything else we got?
I think that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back Tuesday. Hopefully with a Panthers dub, even though I got us losing, but I hope we win. But yeah.
It's a W. It's a W. Oh, JJ just sent me his score prediction.
Oh, what's your score prediction?
He said 47-6 Carolina with Bryce throwing a pick six.
Yeah. Of course.
I made that shit up.
All
right, y'all.
So what? Bryce gonna throw a pick and then Eddie gonna shank the kick?
Y'all gonna shank the kick, I guess.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Go Panthers. Keep pounding.
Yeah, Eddie is definitely missing something Sunday for sure.